Dear starseed from Gaia, the one you have been holding in your heart, the one who mirrors your very soul, is already moving toward you, and the reunion you have been praying for is closer than your tears have allowed you to believe. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I carry this message directly from the Arcturian Love Council, delivered to you at this precise moment in your twin flame journey, not 1 second too soon, and not 1 second too late. You did not find this transmission by searching. Your heart called this message in. There is a stirring happening inside you right now, a recognition, a remembering. And the Arcturian Love Council wants you to know that this stirring is sacred confirmation that your frequency is rising, and someone is rising with you. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to align yourself with divine union and recognize the signs that your twin flame is matching your energy in real time. But here is the first revelation. The separation you have been living through was never a punishment. It was a preparation. Every moment of longing, every quiet night, every unanswered question was the universe refining you into someone your divine counterpart can finally fully reach. This is not content. This is a transmission. And something in your soul is ready to remember, like this transmission to affirm to the universe that your heart is ready for divine love. Subscribe if you are walking the twin flame path and aligning with sacred union. Comment 1111 in the comments below if you feel your heart awakening right now. And share this with someone whose heart needs to hear it today. This is not just a message. This is a moment of divine intervention. Your soul has been waiting for this guidance. Your heart knows why you are here. Most people believe that love is something that happens to them, an external event triggered by chance, destiny, or the right dating app algorithm. They move through life as if constantly scanning the horizon, their internal radar sweeping every room, every casual conversation, every fleeting glance across a crowded space, desperately searching for the one who will finally arrive to complete them, to make them feel whole. This relentless quest often leads them to craft meticulously curated, almost theatrical versions of themselves for dating profiles and social interactions. They rehearse witty lines, practice confident stances, and project an image they believe is appealing, all while holding their breath, waiting, hoping, wondering what arcane cosmic rule they might be breaking when nothing genuinely fulfilling arrives. And the longer this anticipated love remains elusive, the louder and more insidious the internal narrative becomes. The haunting story that whispers they are too much, or conversely, not enough, or perhaps so fundamentally flawed, so irrevocably broken, that true, abiding love simply cannot find its way to them. This narrative isn't just a whisper. It becomes a deafening echo in the silent chambers of their hearts, solidifying into a painful belief system. But for certain souls, the experience is profoundly different. These are souls who feel the intricate tapestries of life, love, and loss at a depth that most people simply cannot fathom, cannot explain. For them, that story of being unlovable, of being broken, is not merely painful. It is profoundly disorienting, a jarring dissonance against a deeper, more ancient truth. Because somewhere beneath the surface noise of loneliness, beneath the jagged edges of heartbreaks and the disheartening false starts, beneath the phantom touches of connections that almost blossomed into something real but withered, there persists a memory. A quiet, yet incredibly persistent knowing lives within them. An intuitive certainty that the love they are earnestly searching for is not ordinary, not a mere societal construct of convenience or fleeting passion. They know with an unshakable inner conviction that what they came here to experience goes far beyond the superficial trifecta of compatibility, chemistry, and timing. There is, they sense, a sacred architecture to their predetermined love story, a complex and divine blueprint that the linear, rational mind is utterly incapable of fully mapping or comprehending. It is a soul-level recognition of a preordained union. If you are indeed one of these rare and deeply feeling souls, you have undoubtedly spent countless years feeling like an ethereal wanderer, existing slightly out of sync with the mundane rhythms of the world around you. It's as if everyone else received a comprehensive instruction manual for navigating relationships, a secret guide to finding partnership with ease, while your own copy was somehow lost in the cosmic mail. You felt as though your heart operates on a unique, delicate frequency, a soul vibration that the vast majority of people simply cannot tune into, cannot perceive. And rather than succumbing to the pressure to dim your incandescent light, to shrink your authentic self to match the limited availability of what the conventional world offered, you remained steadfast. You kept waiting, your spirit unwavering. You kept searching, your inner compass fixed. You kept refusing to settle for anything less than that profound, soul-stirring connection you knew was possible, even when the path of least resistance, the path of settling, would have offered so much immediate comfort, so much easier acceptance. Yet, your soul yearned for more than comfort. It yearned for truth. That unwavering refusal to compromise your deepest truth, that insistence on holding out for a love that resonates with your core, is not a flaw in your design. It is not a sign of stubbornness or unrealistic expectations. On the contrary, that refusal is itself a frequency. It is the unwavering, crystalline signal of your soul, holding a beacon steady, emitting a pure light into the cosmos. Even when your conscious mind could not articulate the profound reason why, even when doubt gnawed at the edges of your resolve, it is your essence broadcasting its sacred standard. What you are about to receive, what is now unfolding before you, is not merely a lesson to be intellectually absorbed. It is a profound remembering, an echo from the depths of your ancestral soul. It is the sacred activation of something primordial, a divine code that was intricately placed inside you, imprinted upon your very being, long before this current lifetime even began. And this journey of remembrance commences with a foundational truth that almost no one dares to utter, almost no one reveals to the beautiful, waiting souls who yearn with such intensity for their divine counterpart. The sacred love you are ardently calling in is not blocked by trivial circumstance. It is not obstructed by geographical distance, nor by the ticking hands of linear timing, nor by the free will choices of other individuals you encounter along your path. These external factors are but fleeting shadows on a deeper, more fundamental reality. Instead, this profound love is held precisely in place by frequency, by the intricate, unique vibrational pattern that you are broadcasting, moment by moment, from the deepest, most hallowed chambers of your heart, from the very core of your being. Imagine your heart as a celestial radio tower, constantly sending out a signal that defines the quality and nature of what it will receive. And until that internal pattern undergoes a conscious, deliberate shift, until the radiant signal emanating from within you aligns harmoniously and unequivocally with the sacred union you are intrinsically here to experience, no amount of outward searching, no amount of frantic effort in the external world will ever successfully close the resonant distance between where you currently are and where you are divinely meant to be. The external journey is but a reflection of the internal alignment. This profound insight is not delivered with any intention of blame, nor is it meant to induce guilt or shame. This is not about assigning fault for love's apparent absence. On the contrary, this is about reclaiming your inherent magnificent power. Because if your frequency, your unique vibrational signature, is indeed the pivotal element that stands between you and the arrival of your divine counterpart, then you are not, and never have been, a helpless victim of love's absence. You are, in your sovereign essence, the magnificent architect of love's eventual, inevitable arrival. You hold the cosmic blueprint within your energetic field. What you just felt, that quiet, tender ache, perhaps mingled with a profound sense of recognition that rippled through your being, is not sadness. It is not a lament for what is lost or absent. It is the potent echo of your very frequency, stirring from its slumber, remembering the magnificent, sacred connection it came here to receive. It is your soul's awakening to its inherent design for union. If this transmission, this stream of resonant truth, stirred something deep within you that you cannot yet fully articulate, something that resonated with an ancient knowing. Then, the divine love frequency code was precisely written for this exact, pivotal moment in your transformative journey. It contains 5 sacred Arcturian transmissions meticulously designed to gently, yet powerfully, dissolve the deep-seated wounds, the energetic blocks, and the limiting beliefs that are currently impeding the manifestation of your divine counterpart, and to activate, with crystalline clarity, the very signal that inherently draws them closer. The link to access this powerful code is available in the first pinned comment. But please understand that this opportunity, like all moments of divine timing, will only remain there for a short, sacred window. The first key, the signal within, your inner world, is broadcasting. Before your sacred counterpart can consciously perceive you in the physical realm, they must first be able to intuitively hear you, not with their physical ears, which are limited by sound waves, but with their pure, unadulterated energy. Every human being on this planet is an energetic broadcast tower, constantly transmitting a unique and intricate signal at all times. This signal is a complex symphony composed of their unhealed wounds, the dominant emotional state they consistently inhabit, the deep-seated stories and limiting beliefs they hold about themselves, and the profound transformative love they have, or crucially, have not, given to their own sacred heart. The unfortunate truth is that the vast majority of people are broadcasting from a low vibrational frequency, one tragically built by the architects of fear, scarcity, self-doubt, and the cumulative, suffocating weight of every past relationship that left them feeling diminished, unworthy, or less than their magnificent true selves. This internal landscape, often unseen, dictates their external reality. When you, as a radiant soul, broadcast from such a dense, fear-based frequency, you do not, and cannot, attract the pure, unconditional love you truly yearn for. Instead, you attract resonance, a mirroring, an echo of your current internal state. And the resonance of a wounded signal is, inevitably, a wounded mirror. The universe, in its perfect impartial wisdom, acts as a reflective surface. It brings into your experience partners who, often unconsciously, confirm your deepest fears, validating your unhealed narratives. You find yourself repeating relational dynamics that feel frustratingly, agonizingly familiar, like an endless loop in a karmic labyrinth. You experience connections that might begin with an intoxicating surge of electricity, a spark of hope, only to invariably end with the same painful lesson, the very lesson you had earnestly believed you had already learned, already transcended. This cyclical pattern is not a punishment handed down by a vengeful deity. This is pure, unadulterated spiritual physics. This is the benevolent universe, in its infinite honesty, providing you with undeniable feedback about where your true internal signal is energetically centered. It is an invitation to shift. The first key turns, not with a grand external gesture, but with a profound internal reorientation. It turns when you consciously cease the exhaustive outward search, ceasing to frantically scan the external landscape for answers, and instead begin the courageous, introspective work of listening inward. It is a powerful paradigm shift, a moment of profound self-inquiry. You stop asking the desperate question, "Where is my person? Why haven't they arrived?" And instead begin to ask the infinitely more potent question, "What is my signal truly saying? What message am I sending out into the cosmos?" This key demands that you become willing to sit in quiet contemplation with the static inside you, the unprocessed waves of grief that still ripple, the buried anger that simmers beneath the surface, the insidious quiet belief that love is inherently transient, always destined to abandon you. You must then, with gentle determination and self-compassion, begin the sacred work of clearing this internal noise, of purifying your energetic broadcast. This arduous work is not undertaken because you must achieve some mythical state of perfection to deserve love. No. It is undertaken because your divine counterpart, who is also on their own journey of becoming, is calibrating to your truest, most authentic frequency. And they, in their own wisdom, cannot genuinely reach you, cannot truly recognize your essence, if you are broadcasting from the distorted echoes of a past wound, instead of the clear, unwavering luminosity of your open heart. When this pivotal key turns within you, something subtle yet profoundly seismic shifts in your energetic landscape. The incessant outward searching ceases its anxious grip. You stop desperately looking for external love to act as your savior, to rescue you from your own perceived incompleteness. Instead, you begin, for the very first time, to genuinely feel the boundless, unconditional love that already resides, eternally vibrant and potent, within the deepest core of your own being. And that love, that exquisite internal warmth, that profound sense of self-recognition, that radiant inner glow, is the precise, resonant frequency your sacred union requires to not just begin, but to flourish in its most divine, authentic expression. It is the genesis of true connection. The second key, the mirror code. What you have healed, you will recognize your divine counterpart will, in all likelihood, not arrive precisely as the person your egoic mind has meticulously imagined, not as the carefully constructed archetype you've envisioned. They will arrive in a way that resonates with your deepest core, as the person your eternal soul unequivocally recognizes. And this profound recognition, at this exalted level of soul connection, transcends and has absolutely nothing to do with superficial physical attraction, or a convenient alignment of shared interests, or even the comfortable familiarity that often defines conventional relationships. It is infinitely deeper than any of these surface indicators. It is a wordless, visceral knowing that travels like an electric current up through the core of your chest, settling with a profound sense of rightness just behind your sternum, in the energetic center of your heart. It is a potent sense that this soul, this mirror, has always existed just beyond the veil of your conscious awareness, and that, in a mysteriously orchestrated way, you have been diligently, intrinsically preparing for this sacred meeting your entire life, often without any conscious knowledge of doing so. It is the echo of a forgotten vow, now remembered. But here lies a truth that most people, caught in the external quest, do not fully grasp or understand. You can only truly recognize in another what you have already intimately met, cultivated, and integrated within yourself. The very qualities you are so earnestly seeking in your divine partner, whether it be profound emotional depth, unwavering safety, authentic presence, radical honesty, or indomitable courage, these are not characteristics you are passively waiting for someone else to finally provide to you. They are instead precisely the qualities that must first be diligently cultivated, deeply honored, and consciously embodied within the sacred sanctuary of your own heart. For the universe, in its infinite wisdom and perfect reflection, does not merely deliver what your conscious mind desires on a whim. No, the universe consistently and impeccably delivers what you embody, what you have vibrated into your core being. The mirror code is not merely a concept. It is a sacred, immutable law that fundamentally governs the phenomenon of twin flame or divine counterpart recognition. When you have committed to and diligently completed the profound inner work, when you have bravely faced the hidden recesses of your own shadow self, held your unhealed wounds with exquisite compassion and unwavering tenderness, and most crucially, ceased the painful practice of abandoning yourself in service of desperately trying to be palatable or lovable to others, your energetic field undergoes a profound transformation. It then carries the indelible imprint of that deep healing, a radiant signature of wholeness, and your divine counterpart, wherever they may be in their own parallel journey of awakening and integration, begins to feel an irresistible, inexplicable pull towards you. This magnetic attraction is not because you managed to utter the perfect words, or because you meticulously created the perfect external conditions. It is because your very frequency, your soul's song, has shifted, has ascended. It is because the internal mirror you present to the universe has become clear enough, pure enough to perfectly reflect the profound, unassailable truth of who you always were. When the second key turns, you are liberated from the exhausting charade of trying to attract love through performance, through the constant striving to be what you think another desires. Instead, you gracefully step into the profound simplicity of simply being the love you are seeking, radiating it from your core. You become authentically recognizable, a shining beacon to the one who was always destined, always meant to find you. It is a homecoming of two souls, each fully arrived within themselves. The third key, the karmic unraveling. Releasing what was never yours to keep every single soul who graciously arrives in this lifetime, entering the tapestry of human experience, carries with them an intricate web of agreements woven from previous chapters of their eternal journey. These are not merely random occurrences, but profound, energetic contracts made in other times, in myriad other forms, forged in moments of intense pain, unwavering devotion, or deep, unfinished longing. These karmic agreements, often misunderstood, are not designed as punishments inflicted by a cosmic judge. Rather, they are profound, divinely orchestrated lessons, each imprinted with an expiration date, a predetermined moment of completion. And yet, many souls, out of habit, fear, or a misguided sense of loyalty, continue to carry the energetic weight of these old contracts far beyond the moment they were truly meant to end, tragically mistaking the familiar burden of past agreements for the genuine depth of true, unconditional love. They cling to the echoes of what was, preventing the embrace of what could be. The relationship that ultimately broke you open, that left you feeling raw and exposed, was not a mistake, not a cosmic error. The person who, without a word of explanation, inexplicably vanished from your life, leaving you in a void of confusion. The connection that initially felt like a sacred homecoming, a sanctuary for your weary soul, until it gradually morphed into a distorting house of energetic mirrors, reflecting your unhealed shadows. The love that, paradoxically, demanded every ounce of your energy, your essence, your very being, while offering so little in authentic return. These were not failures per sonal shortcomings or divine condemnations. On the contrary, they were precisely tailored karmic classrooms. Each experience arrived with a specific vital curriculum to teach you, with crystalline clarity, where your true boundaries resided, what you were willing to tolerate at the expense of your soul, how profoundly you had buried your own authentic needs and desires beneath layers of external pleasing, and most importantly, what love truly looks like when it is rooted in the shifting sands of fear, rather than the unshakable bedrock of truth. They were powerful initiations into self-awareness. The third key, in its profound transformative power, is often the most demanding and challenging of them all, precisely because it necessitates that you willingly, consciously, and courageously release what, to your ego, still feels agonizingly unfinished, incomplete. It requires you to confront and acknowledge the invisible, yet incredibly potent, energetic threads that still subtly bind you to people who were only ever meant to serve as temporary guides, passing through your story for a specific time-bound purpose. And then, with deliberate intention, with conscious awareness, and with an overflowing heart of love and forgiveness, you must sever these cords. This cutting is not an act of bitterness, nor a severing done in anger or resentment. It is an act of profound gratitude, a sacred blessing of what was, understanding that releasing a karmic bond is not a betrayal of the lessons learned or the moments shared. It is, instead, the ultimate honoring of what that connection was always divinely meant to accomplish, for both souls involved. It is an act of sovereign liberation, claiming back your energetic power. When this pivotal key truly turns within your being, the vast energetic space that was previously occupied by the lingering tendrils of old grief, the heavy burden of unresolved longing, and the subtle energetic drains of past connections, finally becomes available. It is like clearing an overgrown garden, preparing the soil for new, vibrant growth. And into that newly cleared, sacred, sovereign, and vibrantly empty space, a space now purified by your conscious release. Something new, something truly aligned with your highest destiny, can finally, unequivocally enter. Your divine counterpart, in their own energetic integrity, cannot fully occupy territory that is still energetically held, however subtly, by the lingering presence of someone else. Thus, release is not a loss. It is, in its highest spiritual form, an act of profound preparation, an energetic invitation to your true union. The fourth key, the sacred pause. Surrender is not stillness, it is trust in motion. There arrives a profound and inevitable moment for every single soul navigating this sacred path toward divine union. A moment when you realize, with a deep sigh, that you have diligently done everything within your conscious power. You have earnestly healed what you could reach within the depths of your being, bravely released what you could clearly perceive was no longer serving your highest good. And yet, despite all your tireless efforts, the much-anticipated sacred union has not yet arrived. In that profound, echoing moment, the silence can feel overwhelmingly vast, heavy, and eerily akin to abandonment. It can manifest as a cold, undeniable piece of evidence that perhaps you were fundamentally wrong to believe in such a grand love, wrong to patiently wait for so long, wrong to steadfastly hold that high frequency for as long as you did. It is the crucible of faith, the ultimate test of your spiritual resolve. This soul-stirring moment, however, is not a failure, not a sign of your unworthiness. This moment, cloaked in its profound stillness, is precisely the fourth key, waiting to be turned. Surrender, in the context of the journey toward sacred union, is arguably the most misunderstood and misinterpreted concept of all. Most people, conditioned by a world that values relentless striving and control, interpret it as an act of giving up, as a resigned acceptance that what they so deeply desired will, in fact, never arrive. But true, divine surrender is far from resignation. It is, in its most potent form, a radical act of absolute, unwavering trust in divine timing, a trust held with the same innate certainty with which you intuitively trust your very next breath. It is the courageous act of releasing your tight, white-knuckled grip on the how and the when of your love story's unfolding without ever, for a single moment, releasing your profound, inherent knowing of the what, the absolute certainty of the sacred union itself. It embodies the profound difference between a clenched, grasping hand, desperately reaching and striving for something, and an open, receptive hand, relaxed and genuinely prepared to receive the divine blessings that are inevitably destined for it. The universe, a symphony of energetic vibrations, does not respond to brute force, to frantic pushing, or to egoic demands. It responds, with exquisite precision, to perfect alignment. And profound alignment, in turn, requires the humble willingness to cease micromanaging the intricate conditions and unfolding timeline of your own grand love story. When you consciously choose to surrender the linear timeline, releasing your rigid attachment to when and how your divine counterpart will arrive, you do not, in that act, lose sight of the ultimate destination of sacred union. On the contrary, you skillfully remove the very friction, the energetic resistance, that exists between your current state and your destined reality. You gracefully stop swimming upstream, exhausting yourself against a powerful current that was always meant to gently carry you exactly where you needed to go. When the fourth key turns, a profound, all-encompassing peace washes over the waiting, an exquisite calm that penetrates to the very core of your being. This is not the peace of indifference, not the detached calm of someone who no longer cares. This is the profound, resonant peace of a soul who knows, truly, deeply, and unequivocally knows, that what divinely belongs to them cannot, under any circumstance, pass them by. It is the sacred knowing that the timing is not random, but perfectly orchestrated. It is the unshakable certainty that every moment of preparation, every quiet contemplation, every tear shed, has been profoundly purposeful, never wasted. It is the peace of the gardener who plants the seed, and then trusts the sun, the rain, and the earth to bring forth the bloom in its own perfect season. Every single moment of the sacred pause has been an intentional, invaluable part of the divine design. The fifth key, the embodiment frequency. You cannot call in what you have not yet become. This particular key holds perhaps the most uncomfortable, yet undeniably liberating, truth of all. And it is the key that most conventional love teachings regrettably never fully arrive at, for it demands a level of self-honesty that can be profoundly challenging. The immutable law of the universe states this: you cannot truly magnetize a frequency that you yourself do not genuinely inhabit. You simply cannot call in a partner who is deeply grounded, emotionally intelligent, and consistently present if you are still predominantly operating from a place of persistent anxiety, unresolved trauma, or habitual emotional avoidance. You cannot authentically attract a love that feels inherently safe, deeply nurturing, and radiantly open-hearted if your own heart is still fiercely defended, fortified by layers of protective armor against the very vulnerability, the raw, beautiful intimacy that sacred union inherently requires. The outer mirror reflects your inner state. Embodiment is not a performance. It is not about pretending to be healed, nor is it about artfully performing the elevated vibration of someone who has intellectually figured it all out, while deep down, core wounds still fester. No. Embodiment is the genuine, lived, and consistently practiced daily commitment to actively becoming the very energy, the very qualities you are so earnestly seeking to attract into your life. It is a continuous, conscious choice, enacted again and again, sometimes in the smallest, most subtle daily actions, sometimes in monumental, life-altering decisions, to consistently act from a place of courageous love rather than reactive fear. It is the unwavering commitment to speak from your authentic truth, even when it feels vulnerable, rather than from the echoing whispers of your past wounds. It is the deliberate, conscious practice of treating your own sacred self with the profound tenderness, the gentle compassion, and the unwavering respect that you are, with every fiber of your being, hoping another soul will one day offer you. It is becoming your own source. When you begin this profound journey to truly embody the love you are calling in, vibrating with its essence in every cell, something truly remarkable, almost miraculous, begins to unfold. The entire world around you, your external reality, begins to subtly yet powerfully reorganize itself to match your internal frequency. Synchronistic opportunities appear in the most unexpected places, almost as if the universe is conspiring on your behalf. Existing connections deepen in ways that feel less like random coincidence and more like a divinely choreographed dance, an intricate ballet of souls. This reorganization occurs because the universe is not merely responding to your fleeting wishes or your intellectual desires. It is responding, with absolute fidelity, to your consistent, coherent broadcast. And when your broadcast becomes clear, potent, and utterly coherent, when it carries the steady, unmistakable signal of a soul who has diligently done the profound inner work, who has courageously faced their shadows, and who has aligned with the radiant truth of their own heart, the magnetic field you generate becomes nothing short of extraordinary, an irresistible beacon of authentic love. When the fifth key turns, a profound, liberating realization dawns upon you. The magnificent love you have been so tirelessly searching for was never, ever truly outside of you. It was always, in its purest essence, an exquisite reflection of the love you were diligently, consciously becoming. And in the embrace of that transformative realization, the anxious seeking finally softens, melting away like snow in the spring sun, and the effortless, abundant receiving, the true unfolding of sacred union begins. You become the magnet, radiating from within. The sixth key, the gift inside the gap, separation as sacred architecture. If you find yourself currently navigating a period of profound separation, whether that be a physical, energetic distance from a specific identified person, or a more generalized, pervasive experience of being separated from the very experience of love itself, it is incredibly easy and deeply human to interpret that profound distance as undeniable evidence that something has gone terribly wrong. In such moments, the mind might whisper that the universe is withholding its blessings, that you are somehow inherently unworthy of the love that others seem to receive with such apparent ease and grace. But separation, at this elevated level of soul journey, is not a punishment, nor is it a cruel act of divine withholding. It is, in its highest form, sacred architecture, a deliberate and intricate design of growth. Consider it through the eloquent metaphor of musical harmony. Two exquisite instruments, no matter how much inherent beauty they possess, cannot truly harmonize, cannot create a symphony of transcendent music, until both are perfectly, meticulously in tune. No matter how passionately they might desire to play together, no matter how intensely they are drawn to the magnificent music they inherently know they could create as a duo, if even one of them is slightly out of tune, the resulting sound will be discord, dissonance, rather than the intended harmony. The gap, the seemingly empty space between them, is not a cruel joke or an arbitrary obstacle. It is, in fact, the essential, consecrated space required for each instrument to meticulously come into its own unique resonance, to find its perfect pitch, to truly harmonize with itself, before the grand duet can ever truly begin. Your period of separation, whatever form it has taken, however agonizing or frustrating it may have felt, has been, in its deepest essence, an invaluable gift. The gift of yourself. It has provided you with the profound time and space to truly know, intimately and unequivocally, who you are when you are not defined by who you love or by the presence of a partner. It has gifted you the immense strength to stand firmly and radiantly in your own sovereign energy without feeling the subconscious need to borrow stability, validation, or a sense of worth from another soul. It has cultivated within you the crystal clarity to recognize and honor your own unique frequency, independently, distinctly, and powerfully, separate from the energetic field of any other soul. These profound discoveries are not mere consolation prizes, not secondary benefits of a difficult period. They are, in fact, non-negotiable prerequisites. They are the essential building blocks, the foundational elements, that make the reunion possible in a way that an early, premature arrival of union could never, ever have facilitated. They build the internal strength needed to sustain a divine connection. When the sixth key turns within your awareness, you cease the painful act of mourning the gap, of lamenting the perceived absence. Instead, you begin the empowering work of actively mining it for its hidden treasures. You diligently extract every precious lesson, every newfound strength, every profound revelation that was only accessible within the sacred silence of that space. And you carry that treasure trove of self-knowledge and resilience into the next magnificent chapter of your journey, not as someone who merely survived the wait, not as someone who simply endured the emptiness, but as someone who was profoundly refined, exquisitely strengthened, and divinely transformed by it. The gap becomes a crucible of becoming. The seventh key, the open door, union, begins the moment you stop waiting and start being. The final key, the culmination of this sacred journey, is simultaneously the simplest in its essence and the most profoundly impactful in its outcome. It is the key that cannot be forced through sheer will, cannot be intellectually dissected or conceptualized into submission, nor can it be achieved through arduous effort alone. It is instead the key that turns spontaneously, effortlessly, when all the preceding keys have been diligently honored, when their lessons have been fully integrated into your being, when your internal signal is radiating with crystalline clarity, when the mirror of your soul is impeccably clean and reflective, when all old karmic cords have been consciously, lovingly released, when your surrender to divine timing is utterly genuine and heartfelt, when your embodiment of love is authentic and deeply real, and when the period of separation has been fully received and embraced as the sacred, transformative gift it was always divinely intended to be. The seventh key is, quite simply, the open heart. Not the heart that has been so deeply wounded, so repeatedly broken that it no longer dares to feel, sealing itself off from the possibility of further pain. Not the heart that has been systematically shut down by the weight of disappointment and meticulously protected by layers of carefully constructed distance and self-preservation mechanisms, but rather the heart that has traversed through everything, through every trial, every tribulation, every searing pain, every moment of profound vulnerability, and has, against all odds, arrived at a state of luminous openness anyway. This is the heart that, through its trials, has come to intimately know its own profound inherent value, its boundless capacity for love. It is the heart that now trusts, unequivocally, the sacred love that is destined to arrive, precisely because it has, through its journey, learned to profoundly trust the boundless, unconditional love that it already is. When this final, magnificent key turns, the door that swings open does not merely open to the arrival of someone else, an external partner. No. In its most profound sense, it opens to the boundless, radiant fullness of who you truly are in your most authentic, divine essence. And in that glorious fullness, in that complete, profoundly healed, energetically magnetic, and vibrantly radiant wholeness, your divine counterpart does not find a person who is riddled with need, a soul who is desperately yearning for them to complete a perceived lack. Instead, they find a person who, from a place of sovereign completeness, consciously, joyfully, chooses them. They find a person whose love is not reluctantly extracted, but given freely, generously, not from a place of profound lack or desperate clinging, but from an overflowing abundance of self-love and inner richness, not from the deep-seated fear of being perpetually alone, but from the genuine, expansive desire to share the magnificent love that has been meticulously built, nurtured, and embodied within the sacred, hallowed space of becoming. This, in its truest, most transcendent form, is what sacred union actually is. It is not the romanticized notion of two incomplete halves desperately searching for each other to somehow become whole. It is, instead, the divine, powerful choice of two magnificent, individuated wholes, each fully realized and self-sourced, choosing each other from a place of sovereign love and profound reverence. And that conscious, empowered choice, a choice made from crystal clear clarity instead of desperate longing, from inner strength instead of profound need, is, without question, the most powerful, transformative force in the entire universe. It is a testament to divine alchemy. Here is what the Arcturian Council, these ancient benevolent beings of light, want every single soul on this sacred path to hear, right now, in this exact potent moment. This message is delivered directly to the deepest chambers of the heart that has been patiently, perhaps agonizingly, waiting the longest for this truth. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not, and never have been, forgotten by love. You are being held, with infinite care and cosmic precision, in a frequency of preparation so precise, so incredibly specific, so exquisitely tailored to the magnificent union you came here to experience, that absolutely nothing, not the illusion of time, not the vastness of physical distance, not the insidious whispers of doubt, can prevent its inevitable, glorious arrival when you are truly, authentically ready to receive it. The entire universe is orchestrating this sacred dance for you. The profound loneliness you have carried within your being, the deep ache that has sometimes felt unbearable, was never, ever evidence of your unworthiness. On the contrary, it was irrefutable evidence of your unwavering refusal to settle for anything less than what your soul already, intrinsically knew, was not only possible, but destined. Every single relationship that, for reasons you couldn't then comprehend, ended before it seemingly should have, was, in truth, a powerful clearing, an energetic release making way for the new. Every moment of profound silence that felt like an excruciating abandonment was, in its deepest sense, a precise calibration of your energetic field, honing your receptivity. Every heartbreak that left you questioning the very fabric of reality, that shattered your previous understanding of love, was a profound invitation, an insistent beckoning to go deeper, not into another person, not into external validation, but into the boundless, untamed depths of your own sacred self. You did not fail at love, dear soul. You did something far more profound. You courageously protected the pristine frequency of sacred love within you, guarding its purity until you were truly ready, in your entirety, to embody it as a living, breathing reality. You were a guardian of the flame. And now, right now, in this exact auspicious moment that you found yourself resonating with this message, reading these words, something profound is shifting within the energetic matrix of your existence. The unique signal emanating from within you, refined by all your trials and triumphs, is being unequivocally recognized. Not by a single person standing nearby, not by a conventional algorithm, but by the vast, interconnected field of consciousness that intricately organizes the meeting of souls, that weaves the destinies of divine counterparts. The universe heard you every single time you cried out into the dark, wondering if this sacred love was ever going to come. It heard you with perfect clarity when you almost gave up, when your hope dwindled to a flicker. It heard you every single time you bravely chose truth over temporary comfort, profound depth over superficial convenience, and the raw, authentic essence of real love over its fleeting, pale imitation. Every whispered prayer, every heartfelt plea, every silent longing was received. It heard you, and it has been answering, quietly, persistently, in the subtle signs you almost dismissed as mere coincidence, in the profound synchronicities you almost labeled as chance occurrences, in the unwavering inner knowing that, time and again, kept whispering the gentle, resolute words, "Not yet," when settling for less would have been immeasurably easier, a soothing balm for a weary heart. These were the universe's breadcrumbs guiding you. The love that is divinely written for you is not ordinary. It was never, ever going to arrive through ordinary means or conventional pathways. It is coming through frequency, through the profound, exquisite alignment you are diligently building right now, through the sacred keys you are bravely beginning to turn within your own being, through the magnificent door that is opening, not because someone else finally chose you, but because you, in your sovereign power, finally, unequivocally, chose yourself. Tonight, if you feel a gentle, resonant calling deep within your spirit, place your hand upon your heart. Not to perform a mere ritual, not to check off a spiritual box on a checklist, but to genuinely feel the tender, unwavering warmth of your own sacred presence, the profound, breathing, eternally worthy presence that has been with you, steadfast and true through all of it. And then, allow yourself to articulate, as quietly or as loudly as your heart requires, these potent words. I am ready. I am open. I am the frequency of the love I came here to receive. Let that declaration, that sacred affirmation, be enough. Because it is. It always was. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what is forming here. Drop one intention in the comments. Something real from your heart journey. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or love. This is not content. It is collective healing. Love multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated, do not keep it to yourself. Someone in your life is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow of divine love guidance. You are not just watching. You are healing. This is your sacred space, and we are just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.